Hello and welcome with me into the forest. I'm sitting up here in the Swedish forest where we facilitate our Nordic Dietas. And I've been wanting for years to share about the birch tree, but I really wanted to do it from up here and kind of bringing a little of this energy to all of you behind the screen. So welcome. There's a beautiful wind going through the trees here right now, so I can hear the birch trees kind of singing in the wind, and there's all around me here is birches. I see Birch kind of as the lady of the forest. She and I do call the tree a she, even though I would say all plants are beyond gender. They have all kind of qualities, whether we consider that masculine or feminine energies like we humans also have. But there's a respect in calling it not a it, but really talking about this teacher tree in a way that honors the spirit of the tree. And so that's why I say she, but you might connect with the tree and find masculine qualities as well, right? So it's not a gender. I see her as Lady of the Forest, this magical, mystical opener of realms, like a gateway. Sorry, there's a very big bug coming and hanging out with us here. It's a honest dude, not so close. And for me, birch was one of the first Nordic plants and trees that I connected with after living in the jungle. For me, birch feels so home. I come from a town called something with birch. I was a scout in a group called something with birch. There was a birch tree right outside of my childhood window. So it really holds a very special place in my heart, this tree. And for me, it's such a safe plant. It's such a pure, light plant. Like it really is magnificent. And also very versatile. So when we look at plants and when we look at trees, we can see how they grow, and from that gather something about the medicine that they share, right? And birch is one of the pioneer trees. So she's one of the first trees that came to this area, to Scandinavia, after the last ice age, but also one of the first one that moves into uncharted territories. That tells us something about her spirit of moving into the new and into the unknown, teaching us how to make new roots in unknown lands inside of us and around us that we have not yet been in, that maybe has been deserts, that maybe has been deserted, not fertile yet. And then she is so flexible, right? She can grow with everybody else. It's like, oh, you want to grow there? Fine, I'll just grow here. There's no hierarchy, there's no competition, there's no need to like, here I stand. Where other trees, let's say like oak or pine, way more has this kind of, I stand here and this is my space. And if you want to grow, you have to grow somewhere else. Like then you grow over there, that's fine, but this is mine. And where birch, it's not that she does not have boundaries, and it's not that it's not healthy, but there's just that conversation just feels almost not even needed. So I feel that she's kind of beyond that. And I see her as this free river. Free flow, freedom, wild. You cannot tame this energy. It is beyond us, and it's so motherly. It's so connected to the earth, right? Deep roots, and her roots go in and find, like really just find water and everywhere, right? And if you have summer houses in Denmark and there's a lot of birch trees, you probably know about this feeling of like the birch roots going into every single sewer and sometimes fucking things up, because she finds water. She finds life. She brings life. And Stefan always talk about birch as a shadow hunter, because that is really a thing we see when people diet this plant, that it goes deep. Like, can you truly trust? And what is holding you back? What is making you resist from fully trusting life, trusting yourself, trusting this space? So there's such a kind of safe, peace, nervous system that comes from working with this plant. There's such a depth of connection to the forest. It's like she's the portal. She opens up for everything in this really soft and gentle but deep way. So it's like really a true teacher in the art of gentleness and in the art of intuition and in receiving and in letting go and in surrendering. You know, deep, deep, deep surrender, deeper than we think is possible, into all the places in us that has been barren, there has not been water, and really allowing that flow and allowing that medicine. Yeah, and it's like you can lean on the birch. You can really always lean on the birch. And everything she does is with love. It might be tough for us humans, you know, if we have to learn how to surrender. There's resistance and there are all these things, but like really learning to follow that wild river is magnificent. And there's a reason why Birch is in the center of what we do, and Birch is the center dieta. Like, if you don't know which Nordic plant to diet, I would say Birch. And of course, all the different plants that we work with have different qualities, and it's like, for me, she is the foundation. Like Mother Earth, she is the ground, the unseen ground. Yeah. The shamaness, the vulva, you know. And connecting with trees like this, at least for someone like me, which, you know, my family comes from Scandinavia for at least the past 6, 7, 8 generations. And these trees, like trees like birch and pine, they knew my ancestors. They have seen all of my family grow up. Like, they can portal, like open up for those ancestral connections and those ancestral lineages. I would say that's especially a thing with pine as well, but I feel like birch does the same. In her way, of course. Different than pine. Yeah. Another thing that I notice when people go deep with birch is the peace, like the stillness, the meditation that people can come into. And there's this certain quality of true calmness, mindful compassion, awareness that people step into, where there is not so much need for action or for talking or for doing, but presence. From this very real place. It's like, as a shadow hunter, right? There's no space for bullshit when you connect deep with birch. There's only space for what is real, kind of the backbone of life in a very kind and also tough, can be tough way, right? And as she has, I'm sitting and looking up because I'm looking at some birches here, and as she has the white, she also has the black, right? It really is mother, maiden, and crown. She has all of those aspects. And as that gateway into the wild within us, into the liminal spaces, into beyond words, beyond meaning, beyond needing to categorize everything, needing to clarify and understand it with the mind. She goes into the body, into another layer of reality. Yeah. So a lot, I feel, with Birch, a lot is beyond words. A lot is not possible to put into a conversation, but it has to be felt. It has to be experienced. And yeah, that's general in nature and in life, but also really Birch is a teacher in that direction. Yeah. So if you want to go deeper with Birch, sorry, sometimes animals crawl on me and I'm like, ooh. Before there was a whole bunch of ants that started biting me. I was like, sorry. If you want to go deeper with Birch, you're so welcome to do an online immersion with us or come for a Nordic Dietas. We do them every summer in the Swedish forest, and you can just reach out if you want to have us guiding you deeper with this amazing plant. And otherwise, you know, first step really is to go out and say hi. Say hi to the tree when you see it. Sit without necessarily needing to take something from it first and foremost, but just sit and hang out, say hi. Wishing you a wonderful day. Bye bye.